Hey, what's up guys? I wanted to make a video, a little impromptu video talking about gun stuff. But first, as you saw, I'm shoveling my driveway. It's still snowing right now. We got hit with about 6-7 inches of powdery snow. We got a nice thick layer of ice from the last ice storm underneath it. So as I shovel the snow, it's real slick underneath because it's just a sheet of ice. So I'm having fun shoveling. But first off, I did a video a while ago saying I got this Carhartt like hood, you know, hooded hat, whatever, face mask. It's working out great. It's super warm, and I really wanted to thank Lewis again, iSpy0099, for the Oakley snow goggles. They're really comfortable. I highly recommend it. If you do any kind of like extreme sports in the wintertime, they're like a must-have. I'm using them to shovel my driveway, and that's the purpose that I needed them for. I might do some snowboarding. I never went snowboarding before, but I was invited to go, so I might try that out. That'll be fun watching me fall. If I do that, of course, I'll make a video on it. But I wanted to thank them again. They're extremely comfortable. It's serving a purpose here when I'm shoveling the driveway. I know I'm not, you know, going off a big ramp or something, but it's keeping the wind and snow and stuff out of my eyes while I'm doing my work. So I wanted to thank them again. They're just awesome goggles. But anyway, the real purpose of this video is I was shoveling the snow and I was thinking about gun stuff. And there was a gun video, a gun-related video I wanted to make a long time ago. Never got around to it. And I thought, you know what? If I don't do it right this second, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep getting sidetracked. So it's about the mentality being a gun owner. All right, you can't have that tough guy mentality. That's going to be the point of what I'm about to tell you. I think that there's a lot of people who obtain firearms, people who start carrying guns, and they have this wrong way of thinking. They think they're invincible. They walk around with a gun, you know, maybe concealed, maybe open carry, doesn't matter. And they're walking around town like, you know, big shot. Hey, if something happens, no big deal. I got a gun on my side. And, you know, that's really the wrong way to go about it. I think there's a lot of people out there like that, a lot of a-holes that just walk around like they're tough crap because they have a gun. Having a gun doesn't make you a tough guy at all. The point I wanted to stress and get across is anyone who either has guns or been around guns or looking forward to getting guns in the future, I think it's your responsibility as a gun owner to avoid trouble at all costs, even more so before you had a weapon on you. The reason being is, I think, in the back of people's minds. Let me give you a scenario here. You're walking down the street, maybe you're with your girlfriend, maybe not, you know, wife, whatever. Maybe you're just alone. Bump into some guy, you know, he turns around, hey, what's your problem, man? Before, you might have said, yeah, I got no problem, and walk away. Now that you got a gun on your side, you're thinking, well, what's this guy gonna do? I got a gun. You know, if he pulls a knife or something on me, I'm taken care of. I'm fine. You can't have that mentality. That is so wrong. And I wanted to really get that point across. I think some people, they go out of their way being this tough guy, you know, having this mentality like, I'm taken care of, you know. If anything happens, I'm okay. And that is definitely the wrong way to think. It may be something that seems like common sense. It may be something that most people, when they get a gun, they think, oh, you know, I'm gonna be fine like that. But I think some people get complacent, and over the years, that the safety, first off, and responsibility sometimes fade away. It's not everyone, of course. This is individual cases. Some people, from day one until the day they die, they own guns and they're very safe with them and they're responsible. But there's still a lot of jerky people out there who are walking around with guns, and you certainly don't want to bump into one of those guys. But I wanted to stress that point. Just something to think about. Like I said, either if you have guns or if you're looking forward to getting guns. I know I have a lot of younger viewers, so you might be watching gun videos and think like, you know, maybe you're 17, 18 years old and you're like, oh man, you know, I'm gonna get my gun license soon, it's gonna be awesome. Another thing I want to talk about is guns being cool. Guns are cool. Don't lie to yourself. You know, they're very, very, they could be dangerous, but it depends on the user. A gun's never gonna do anything wrong. It's the person holding it that's gonna do something wrong, or has the potential of doing something wrong. Guns don't fire themselves. Guns don't go off by themselves, you know. The point I wanted to make really is that one, you can't walk around like you're tough crap because you have a gun, because you know what? You're not the only person that has a gun. You may bump into someone, you give them a hard time, maybe they have a gun. And then what? Maybe you lose your life that day, or maybe you end up killing someone and rotting in jail for the rest of your life because you thought you had it handled. That was the first point I want to get across. The second point I want to get across was that you can't be complacent. Just because you've had guns for a while, you can't skip over some of the safety things that you normally would have done when you first got them. And the last thing I want to talk about really is just, like I said, guns being cool. We can all be honest, guns are cool. You know, when you're 5, 6 years old, you have a water gun. Why? We're mimicking what we see in Hollywood, in movies, action films. They're cool. A lot of us own guns because we think they're cool. They're good looking. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I actually had someone send me a message saying specifically, guns aren't cool. Why do people make videos thinking they're cool? I think they are cool. I think you have to be responsible with them. It's like anything else. I think cars are cool, but a car is far more dangerous than a gun. I mean, think about it. And all the people driving around, it's pretty scary. But I just want to make this, like I said, this is totally not planned. I just whipped the camera out. I figured I'd do this video. Just something to think about, food for thought. Anyone who's thinking about buying a gun, you know, it could be cool and stuff. Just be safe. Don't walk around like you're king crap, because you're not. You're not the only person walking around with a gun. Just be safe, be smart, be responsible. Don't make us gun owners look bad. Every time something happens, you know, I wasn't going to make a video about the whole thing that happened with the shooting and the, you know, I didn't want to go there. But I'll say it now. That guy is not a representative of gun owners. That was a lunatic. Okay, that was one individual mental person who went out on a rampage. It had nothing to do with guns. And when I saw all these politicians saying, oh, you know, that 33-round magazine, that should be illegal. He can kill people so fast. Bull. Total bull crap. All right, these people are completely ignorant. It's hard to watch them talk about stuff like that because it's frustrating. Even if I wasn't a gun owner, common sense, you know. Let's say you're limited to a 5-round magazine. Okay, you shoot your 5 rounds, you drop your magazine, you put a new one in. What's that take? 1 second if you're slow? All right, let's give it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you're not into guns. You're not familiar with it. It took you 5 seconds to load that. Well, now you got another 5 rounds. What difference does it make? If you're capable of reloading a gun, does it matter if you have 100 rounds ready to go or 2 rounds? It's such a stupid argument to say that, you know, it's the gun's fault kind of a thing. Total bullcrap. It is frustrating as a gun owner to see people like that. It's just ignorance. I'll be honest, before I got into guns, I still felt the same way about people's guns and gun rights. I was a little more like, whoa, it's a gun kind of a thing. But once I started getting guns, I thought, you know, what's the big deal? It's not, the guns aren't dangerous, it's the people who handle them. And that was just, you know, another point I wanted to make. But I don't want to make this a big, long, drawn-out video. Thanks, Lewis. Totally awesome of you. Gun owners, be safe. Don't be stupid. Don't make us look bad. All right? That's all. Just be safe, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Friggin' snow. I used to like the winter, you know that?